Good morning and welcome. My name is Doug, and I'm going to go over the price chart of Tesla here today. It's not a market that I trade. I'm not trading the stock at all, and I haven't done a thorough TA on this chart at all before. So I want to record this, and I want to walk through my regular routine of doing the relative strength index, the MACD indicator, the Ichimoku cloud, and two different versions of the Bollinger Band, including my own custom Bollinger Band indicator I'll show you in a second. I'm one of the digital currency traders that is publishing on medium.com/digital currency traders. If you'd like to follow us along there, you'll get lots of information about what's going on in cryptocurrencies. Anyway, I'll jump into this now. In the weekly time frame with the relative strength index, I'm looking for trend lines to break in any direction. So if there are trend lines this way, I want to notice them on short time frames. If the trend line extends into a long time frame break, I want to know it. And then I want to look at the overall support and resistance levels, and are we into some sort of head and shoulders top formation here right now? I'm also, for the first time, noticing, because it's my first time looking, noticing how Tesla and Bitcoin prices match so well together. This is just because of the overall general economy, and I'm thinking that the economy has been sucked out of money, and this is the last hurrah as we are going to be suffering now with these higher and higher interest rates. It's just my bias, and that's why I'm recording this, so that I can look back later and see what I did right and what I did wrong on all of this. This certainly isn't trading advice for you, because I really don't know anything about your financial situation. But even if you're not trading this with real money, paper trading this or just watching along as these chart patterns play out is really important for pattern recognition for the future. So I'm seeing here on the daily Tesla chart, there's a big bearish divergence going on. And my trading system looks for the 1, 2, 3 top formation, which we have here, and the break of the uptrend line as a signal for an exit. So there's the break of one of the uptrend lines. There's the break of another uptrend line. If we start dipping below that, even before we're breaking parallel support and resistance, the exit signal would be there already. Now, to confirm that exit signal, I'll be looking with the RSI to be dropping below this level. As prices are dipping and we're cutting through this next parallel channel, and the RSI is dipping, those are confirmations for me that, okay, that I've learned this from crypto over the years, that you just got to take action on something like that. Now, let's zoom into the weekly MACD indicator. So what I'm seeing now is the uptrend, steady, 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 and then a weakening there right at the end, a weakening. So of course, we've already gone over the support and resistance details. So as I go in now, the weekly is just showing the weakening, yet the daily has got a very strong bearish divergence setting up there. No kidding on that one, right? This looked kind of like a bearish divergence, but it was a buildup. Now this is a stronger bearish divergence confirmation for me as it breaks down below these levels. I'd have to zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and pay attention, because my risk control rules will make me want to pay attention to what's going on with the 1 hour. If the 1 hour starts to cross as we're giving up the ghost here, then those are the kind of confirmations I'm looking for in this indicator for this chart pattern. Now, if I go into the Ichimoku cloud, this is really good for long-term trends. Both blue and red are parallel up. They're not widening to suggest that we've run out of steam at the top here yet. And the wider they are, it's like an oscillator. When they're wide apart, they want to be close together. But these are still parallel and going up. So this suggests to me that it's a continuation still, and we haven't got the confirmation of a break here in the daily. It'll take quite a bit. Like the daily, you'll have to come way down below these levels before it actually confirms. we'll be early on this and we'll be looking to add on to a short should that happen. Now I want to go in closer to the 4-hour time frame, because now the 4-hour would give us the bullish continuation signal here. If it bounces off this 1, 2, 3 and bounces up off of the cloud and continues past this gap, particularly if it bounces off of that gap and gives strength in these gaps, then we've got some real juice that I can't ignore. So any kind of trade that I would be doing in this would start off whisper small, and then I'd be looking to add on to it later here after we confirm the daily, and then I could confirm. But the 4-hour could be giving us the bullish continuation off of that cloud right there. Quickly going through the Bollinger Bands. Now the weekly Bollinger Bands came outside the second standard deviation, but didn't get outside the third standard. The daily and the 12 are both the same chart here because of the data that I have. And it's up along the second standard deviation, but not outside that third standard deviation. I like to look for those extremes. And so it's not giving me the extremes I'm looking for. The 1, 2, 3s are still within that the second standard deviation. So it's just not as clear to me yet. As we're breaking below, we have broken below the daily 20 period. We still have a lot of juice here now, some fighting to go through before we break below this weekly 20 period. And that's, again, like the Ichimoku cloud would be confirming, and that's where I'd be adding on to a short on this if we got a short here and we were lucky enough to be profitable on it. Now, my last indicator is my special custom-made Bollinger Band indicator, because it gives me these color codes on it. And I've also overlaid a smart money concepts indicator on it as well to give us these change of character and break of structure details on and the big candles here. So the weekly doesn't give me any details. It doesn't give me any ideas. But as we go into the daily, I see the red, which means that we're running out of steam, right? When I see the bright red or the bright green, it's a reversal signal to me. So I see it on the daily. Let's go into the 4-hour, and it seems trendy. Like, it doesn't seem reversal-ish because we have 3 higher highs here. It's in between right now for me. For a lot of this, I want it to be clearer, but it's the RSI and the MACD indicator that are most helpful to me on this right now, which means that I shouldn't be doing too much of anything. If I were to go short on this, it would have to be whisper small to start off with, because it's not confirmed. So even if it came down to these ranges, I still couldn't add on to it until it came up, bounced, and we're starting to get underneath that daily cloud, that daily Ichimoku cloud, the kind of idea that I'm looking at for Tesla. And I really don't know what's coming next. But the bullish would be starting to give us some zoom as we're getting in to these ranges. So if it doesn't go lower and it starts to break out higher from this squeeze, I could play a little bit, but I would still be waiting for it to go through all of these gaps here before I'm feeling good. Those seems like runaway gaps and exhaustion gaps in here that are trouble for the price level that we're at right now. Makes me bearish, even just looking at this, the reds across the top here without supporting bright greens down below. So there's my take on Tesla, going through my set of indicators. If you like this stuff, leave a comment down below, encourage it, and I'll do more different markets. Now, the reason I did Tesla is if I go to my equities for the US and I scroll down to Tesla here, Tesla.us, open chart. Let's take a look at this in SimpleFX. So here I'm down a little bit on my oil trade right now. Oil's up and I was short on that. And I'll take a look at that in a different video. And this is Tesla chart. For me to get into this, I would need to have a half of a Litecoin in order to trade this. Or equivalent, I would have to have $35 in order to trade this contract. So if I wanted to go long or go short at the leverage that I'm using right now in the SimpleFX account, I would need $35 in there. So I'll wait till my referral earnings grow that much and I may start trading this. But just from looking at it in this chart view, it looks like it's got bullish continuation, that it's going to be continuing up from here. So I'm expecting bear and I'm watching for bear, but there's bullish news coming in and we'll have to see what's going on. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this video on Tesla. I have no idea what's next, and don't take any of this as trading advice. Trade safe and keep those losses small.